Hello, so I'm going to do a counting series of video instruction on basic rhythms. This is going to be off of this page, Rhythm Studies, today. We're going to do the first portions up here of this book. And just for the sake, as we're going through, I'm just going to show you, I'm going to do it the band way, which with some of you, like these are 4 identical notes we've counted in some of my other rhythm videos. 1, 1, 1, 1. But with the band way, since these are divided into sections called measures, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 when we count, and dividing throughout half notes. If it's the first half of the measure, will be 1-2. If it's the second half of the measure, right here, it's going to be 3-4. So as we go through, we'll count that way. If I send you this video, most likely I'll also send you a copy of this page so that you have it for your practicing for counting as well. So we're going to start with this line 1. We've got a mix of quarter notes and quarter rests. When you practice counting at home, you need to have your metronome going. My metronome is in the phone. So I will just count myself off and then clap. Remember, I'm clapping as if I were singing each note. The clap also represents if I were playing each note, either through a wind instrument, brass instrument, woodwind, brass, articulating the note on ukulele, guitar, mandolin, whatever. So just keep that in mind as I'm counting through. Counting is the same regardless of the instrument, piano, whatever. Okay, here I go. 1, 2, here's line 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest. 4, 1, rest. 3, 4, and that's line 1. So as you're going through, you see that line 1. Notice on the rest, I just did a real quiet rest and didn't do anything with my hands because you don't clap because you don't perform on a rest or play a note. And I clapped on the quarter notes. We're going to go on to line 2. It's still 4 beats per measure. Line 2. Ready? Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. Now that's one way to clap it. Another way to clap it, which I kind of like the way I'm about to do better, instead of holding out the half notes and wondering how much am I holding, saying 1-2 or 3-4. I've done it more than one way, and with band teachers these days, you do it more than one way depending on what school district you're in. So let me count it the other way. It's going to be the same way if I'd perform it, regardless. Ready? Here I go. 1, 2, 3-4, 1-2, 3, 4, 1-2, 3-4, 1, 2-3, 4. And that's it the other way that you do line 2. If you play it, it's going to sound the same either way if you're counting it correctly. All right, we're going to go on now to line 3. I figure I'll probably do 3 lines per video. So this is the last line of this. So here we go on this line. It's going to have a combination of half note, quarter note, and some quarter note rest. Okay, here I go. We are still in 4/4 time also. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3-4, 2, 3-4, 1-2, 4. So that's one way to count that line. Miss Beth, I don't know where to put a 1 or a 2 or a 4 or a 3, and you're blowing my mind. I don't know what to do. Remember, you can always count every quarter note as 1 if you'd prefer. You can count every half note as 1-2 if you'd prefer. As long as you just are keeping that steady pulse, it'll be correct. Let me count the line I just did with just 1s, rests, or 1-2s. Okay, regardless of whether a half note falls. I'm going to count it that way just to show you. All right, starting, if you're looking at your paper, I'm starting where the number 9 is. This is line 3. Ready? With all ones, here I go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 dash 2, 1, 1 dash 2, 1 dash 2, 1. See, it works. It works fine. Now, whatever works best for you is what's most important, so that you understand the rhythms you're playing. You can say it, you can clap it, you can count it, you can play it. If you can say it and play it, those are the main ones. You know, got to put it all together to have the full package. Now, speaking of putting it all together, this is what I'd like to do when we take this to the next level. Since your assignment on this particular practice session of this video would be to work on these first 3 lines, let's hook them all together like one song. Now you can choose to play it. You can say it, clap it, whatever. I'm going to clap through it first, and then if there's time on this video, I'm going to go through and play it on something real quick. So let's start with clapping. Line 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to just hook them together. So as soon as I'm done with line 1, I'm going to go into 2 and keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1 dash 2. 1 dash 2. 1, 2. 1 dash 2. 3 dash 4. 1, 2 dash 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3 dash 4. 2, 3 dash 4. 1 dash 2. 4. Now that was all correct timing wise. I may have said a 1-2 instead of a 3-4. Sometimes we'll do that. So, you know, there is more than one way to do it as long as you're doing it right. Now, shall we take a field trip? Oh, let's go on a trip to the piano. Yes, and play some of these rhythm lines. Now, Miss Beth, I am not a counter. I just want to play. I just want to play. And we know you just want to play. Everybody just wants to play. So that's another way to count. So after you've counted through it, oh, here we go. You play it. Let's do line 1 on, I'm going to do it on a chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest. 4, 1, rest. 3, 4. And I just counted line 1. You can do one note. I just picked a chord. I did C, E, and G. Fingers 1, 3, and 5. And just played the chord. We can play it on whatever chord. All right, let me do line 2, which starts at number 5. How about G chord, which is G, B, and E. Here I go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 4. And that's line 2. Ha! And let me do a single note one just to be the way you would think I was going to play it. I'm always full of surprises. Here is line 3, which starts at number 9. And I'm going to do D the dog. Ready, set, airs. D the dog. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3-4. 2, 3-4. 1-2. 4. And we've done all 3 lines rhythmically, correctly counted. Say it, play it.